All right. How's it going, everybody? Jordan from Poison Noises here. I'm already regretting wearing my glasses instead of doing contacts because I know if I move the right way, all we're going to see is ring light over my pupils. So, what are we talking about today? If you can believe it or not, it's another thing about movies, if everyone's not already exhausted by that right now. Upon editing all of those, for, not to ruin the magic of cinema at this point, but I recorded all of those in the same day. And, just did the thing where I switch my t-shirt every time so it looks different. Speaking of t-shirts, I found another music-related t-shirt. I was really excited about it because I totally forgot I had this shirt. I used to play a Voyager shirt. This is probably my favorite pedal-related t-shirt I own. I actually just got the guys from Walrus to send me one of those. It's such a niche thing. I did used to play a Voyager. So many of my friends used to play a Voyager. It was just one of those accessible clones before clones were so accessible, Either way, I, upon watching those videos, realized that there's just a bunch of music-centric films that I love that I totally just did not cover in those, and I don't know how they slipped by. I guess they didn't fit into those very specific categories I put them in. So I felt like I needed to talk about them, and I was trying to find a place where they all fit that would make for a good clickbaity title, and I think I got it. I've been thinking about it. I literally just came up with this a couple of seconds ago, literally texting it to myself right now so that I can recite it appropriately. But yeah, so I guess this is going to be the top 5 best fictional bands in movies. This is somewhere where I found actually these movies did all fit. And I was really happy when I realized I literally just ran down here and started recording it. A week after I went and recorded all those other movie videos. But so we're going to try to get through this without further ado. My number 5 spot is Wild Stallions from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And I guess it also goes for Bogus Journey as well. And the third one, Face the Music, I think is what it's called. Not as bad as everyone made it out to be. That's actually a pretty solid movie considering how much of a B movie the originals were, and then how much time has passed between that and this reprise of the newer one. So yeah, this band's really important, but they're not necessarily good, right? We've never actually, through all 3 movies, we never actually see a lick of talent amongst Bill and Ted, amongst Wild Stallions, the band. But they're just so iconic. Now, canonically in their story, their music literally saves the world, right? It creates world peace or something like that, whatever the goofy half-baked narrative of that movie is. They are very important, but I just couldn't do all these music movies without talking about Bill and Ted. I had to talk about Bill and Ted. And well, like I said, Wild Stallions. I mean, what they did God Gave Rock and Roll to You. I can't remember who that's actually, but I feel like it's a member of Kiss or something like that who actually sang that song, which on brand, I guess. But yeah, that's my number 5 spot is Wild Stallions. I couldn't get through all this without talking about Bill and Ted. No way. I grew up on that movie so hard. Very, very important movie to my childhood. Next is this band I probably chose just for the name and because of how much I love this movie. If you've never seen Realitybites, then you don't know about Hey, That's My Bike, which is maybe the greatest band name of all time, at least in my opinion. Hey, That's My Bike is a solid name. And while they're not really known for their original music in that movie, they do a pretty gnarly Violent Femmes cover, which is pretty pivotal to that movie. That movie's really more just a period piece about that era of Bohemia, I guess is the right way to put it. Total 90s flick. Really good acting in it. Oh man, I like almost don't want to say this in case it's not true, but I'm pretty sure Ben Stiller directed this movie. I could be so wrong about that, but I'm pretty positive he did, and he's in the movie also as Winona Ryder and Ethan Hawke, and I think Janine Garofalo's in it also. It's got like the most '90s cast you've ever heard of in your entire life. Might even be the late '80s. Man, I'm getting so bad at being able to date my movies now. Anyways. Hey, That's My Bike is the greatest movie band name I've ever heard in my life. So that's why they're making the list, sheerly just for that, and because I love the movie Reality Bites so much. Really good movie that pretty much nobody saw for some reason. At least no one my age seems to have seen that movie. Regardless, I digress. Moving on. Number 3 is Crucial Taunt from Wayne's World. Now, in terms of just like pop culture music icons, Wayne and Garth needed to be on there, but they never really, aside from the It's Wayne's World theme song, don't actually have much of their own musical influence in the films. And you know, regardless of how important they are, the band Crucial Taunt in that movie is also really, really good. I mean, they do Ballroom Blitz in that movie, and their version of Ballroom Blitz is awesome. And pretty much every time you see them perform in that movie, it's great. And my understanding is that it is actually Tia Carrere that's singing that. And they like literally, I think when they like casted her, they were literally like, we just need someone attractive who can play bass, sing, and speak Cantonese. And she was pretty much just like, if this isn't me, I don't know who it is. And she's right to believe that. So, Wayne's World, also just iconic movie. Like this is what I'm talking about. This list is less about, the top 5 bands. I just needed a way to categorize them together after doing 5 of these other videos. But Crucial Taunt is awesome. I'm also going to this is where I'm going to give my honorable mention. Definitely goes to the shitty Beatles, because that's like a joke that has been funny to me since I was like 7 years old and I heard that the first time. And it's another one of those things where I don't feel like anybody thinks is as funny as I do. So honorable mention to the Beatles, which is the name of a band that they were the ones who were opening up for Crucial Taunt, I think is what it was in the when Wayne and Garth walk into the show. And the joke is, are they any good? They suck. So it's not just a clever name. Now it's 10 times less funny because I said it. Number 2 spot. Number 2 is another one of those movies where like I know a lot of people liked it when it came out, and again it's like such a period piece. For this is more of like turn of the century, like boy bandy kind of music. Definitely the MTV scene in like the I mean, I think literally Carson Daly is like in the movie for like a TRL thing. Like if that's not giving you an idea of what I'm talking about, the movie I'm talking about is Josie and the Pussycats. And that movie also has like the most period like period accurate casting. I mean, Tara Reid's in it, Rosario Dawson, the girl from She's All That. Can't believe I can't remember her name. That's upsetting. I mean, she like pretty much made like all those movies, made like this huge splash, and then I don't know what happened to her. That's gonna be something I research later. This is really what happens after I make these lists. I just have to go and read a whole bunch of things about movies that I decided to tell you guys about, which shows my hubris as a cinephile. Josie and the Pussycats has like the most killin' pop punk soundtrack of its time, especially for like an all girl power trio. Like it's killer. And I think all the music was like written by Babyface, who was like a pretty big producer at the time. And his influence on that, as far as I know how the story goes, is like Fall Out Boy like saw that movie and was like, whoa, this music is freaking incredible. And they like sought him out to like work on music with him. And I think it's This Ain't a Scene is the song that they did with Babyface after the fact, which like totally, again, rocks. Great song. Amazing song for the time. Amazing song now. I have the soundtrack to Josie and the Pussycats. Maybe I'll hold that up somewhere right here in a video or something. It also comes with the 7-inch of Du Jour. It's like one of my prized record collections. But definitely go and listen to the soundtrack from that movie. I'm trying to remember what the names of the songs are. I'm going to put them right here at the bottom. Those are the songs that you should look up from the Josie and the Pussycats soundtrack. That's going to be the greatest pop punk soundtrack you've ever heard in your entire life, or at least with original music, right? That's my number 2 spot. The number 1 spot that I needed to cover that I can't believe didn't fit into any of these categories. I don't know if I just had like a brain fart and forgot about this movie. This movie has one of the best 4K remasters I have, especially in terms of audio. Oh my goodness, does this movie sound good in Atmos? It sounds so good, and it's also just an incredibly fun movie to watch. I would say this one's actually pretty timeless, considering there's definitely some niches that it fits into. Before I go into what those are, the movie I am talking about is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Wow, the Sex Bob-ombs, the band in that movie, friggin' killer. It's so good. It's like perfect indie garage punk noisy bullshit. Like, that's really what it is, like, in the best way. I'm gonna have to do some bleeping in this video. I haven't had to do that yet. That's pretty funny. Shows how much I love that band. That movie is killer. Go watch that movie if you haven't watched that movie before. It's so gripping in all the right ways. It's like flashy, it's fun, it's paced super well, it's hilarious, the performances are really good, the music is really good, and it's a good story also. It's just the right amount of cheese in that movie. I don't have that soundtrack on vinyl. That's going to be something I order probably immediately after finishing this video right now. But those are my picks. I just had to come in here and talk about those movies. It's just so funny that I talked about 25 different movies, not even including the honorable mentions. And these are some of like the most important music movies to me. I don't know how I skipped these. So look at that. We got another crossover episode that nobody asked for and maybe nobody cares about. But luckily, I'm filming all of these and scheduling them before any of them come out. So I'll never know how unsuccessful these videos actually are. I just get to talk about movies into a camera for a brief instance in my life, and hopefully it is received by someone. Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in again. Maybe you guys put something in the comments for the other videos. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. Maybe I'll do another one of these. Maybe I won't. This is a future Jordan problem. But until then, I will see you next time.